Prince, look, everybody ain't your dog, hope you know that. They moving funny, trust yourself, learn to fall back. Gotta watch these bitches too, shit, they the grimiest ones. Once you show them how you really live and they after your funds, sometimes you gotta separate for you to elevate. They gon' scream they love you, but it's really hate. Shit is just a guessing game, can't really tell until it hit the fan. By then it's too late, you could be a dead man. I don't trust none for real, fuck how you niggas feel. You ain't like my brother or my sister, I ain't trying to build. I just want a couple prezzies and diamonds to ice the bezzy. A free chick that put her legs up like Flexi Lexi. This Instagram got niggas all confused cause they judging off the likes versus really how they move. You think you know me, you ain't got a blues clue now. You don't fuck with me, but I ain't never fuck with you, nigga.
Saying, a lot of us don't realize that there are people in our lives that come with an expiration date. Some people in our lives, unfortunately, have an expiration date. Everyone's not meant to be in your life forever. The key is to know when it's time to cut them off because, sometimes the most hate you get is from your inner circle, like where the support is supposed to come from. And you have to be mindful of that and go, as I'm making this step to the next level, it's not that I changed, but it's that you're not ready to go with me to this next level. You holding me back. So your time is up, and I appreciated the time we had, but now I got to move on. And, I had to do that at various times in my life. And I'm not saying it like it's an easy thing to do. It's definitely a hard thing to do, but it's necessary to detox your life at different phases of your journey.
The biggest mistake a nigga could make is thinking that it's love. Thinking that niggas could be friends. We ain't really friends, it's just all business, my nigga. Niggas will smile in your face, keep keying, laughing, and tell you that, oh yeah, you my nigga, you my brother. All that shit fake, man. All that shit fake. That's all whole shit. These niggas will see a nigga with his head blowed off, see him locked up, and be like, dang, he was a cool nigga. And none of that shit real, my nigga. I don't believe in love, man. I don't believe in that kind of love. Love is love. I don't believe in this fake love. These niggas like meet a nigga and be like, oh shit, it's my brother. Nigga, I don't know you.
Today we're going to be talking about that victim mentality. When you're in the middle of a conversation with somebody and you start feeling super confused, when people start throwing out, words to act like a victim, when you're the one that's upset. You see, most of us know how important it is to take accountability and apologize when we're the one in the wrong. And we all have those times when we are the one in the wrong. So what's up? What's good? People who are manipulative or downright narcissistic find it hard to admit when they done did something wrong. It's sad, but that's the reality, that when their ego is far too fragile to even handle a little criticism. And when that person hears you telling them that they did something that upset you, you likely to hear some attempt in shifting the blame and making you believe that they the victim. Welcome to Blended Healing. That's what we're going to talk about today. Ashe, Ashe.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use.
When people say that they feel like you singling them out, it's because they feel backed into a corner with nowhere else to go. They feel as though they're at a loss of words And they'll use that phrase to get a pass from the situation that they dug themselves into. It's just like anything else in life. There are consequences for all actions. And just because someone feels attacked doesn't mean what the other person said is not true. At the end of the day, it's all about taking accountability for your actions and for your words. When they act like they're the victim, when somebody upsets them and they go, I can't do anything right. What? 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 When somebody comes up and pours their heart out, it can feel like a punch in the freaking heart. But when somebody responds with that phrase, they're undermining you, being passive aggressive and putting their own emotional needs first. You see, feeling rejected leads to increasing feelings of hurt, anxiety, embarrassment, guilt, loneliness, and some other things. That's why you shouldn't feel bad if you stop someone in their tracks and call them out for this type of behavior. Though the reaction may be intense. Get past the theatrics, man. And then get down to the actual root cause of the situation, because nobody likes to feel like their words are being misinterpreted. And when you're having a serious conversation with your loved ones, you want to feel heard and understood. But what but what if they act like they're the victim? And you're not being misunderstood. But what they're actually doing is the opposite, and purposely misunderstanding what is being said. They feel called out. You see, manipulators will instantly say that exactly what they said isn't what they meant, and that you twisting their words to make them look bad. Narcissists love to use that type of manipulation to control narrative, to control the story, so they could become the hero. And that's because they love to be seen in a positive light and will do whatever it takes to ensure that they remain the way, that way. And if that means throwing you at your ass under the bus, in their eyes, then they're going to do that. Nothing I do is good enough for you. What? 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 Oh, can't. It might feel like they're being honest or vulnerable in that moment. But manipulative people will say this in hopes of you stopping the criticism. Understand that these types of people don't really care to be open and truthful with other people. Rather, their main concern is to always keep their ego intact. Playing that pathological, vulnerable narcissist tend to have a weak sense of self. So any hint of criticism is going to be met with defensiveness. Knowing that, it ain't surprising that these type of people allow their insecurities to get the better of them. You feel me? You feel me? It's important to understand that honesty isn't always pretty. And sometimes it might look or come with its fair share of pain. Critical feedback in and in itself doesn't mean that someone doesn't like a person or thinks the worst of them. Rather, it's often being used to strengthen that relationship, to try to bring the two of y'all together. But you see, highly manipulative people don't understand that and take the other person's criticism way too personal. And as a result, they'll demean you and make you feel bad about opening up to them. And that can result in some type of contempt that be building up, which is a never good thing. So you gotta, man, tell them to grow the fuck up. That's what you do. Tell them to grow the fuck up. All right? Tell them to grow up. I ain't mean to cuss. But this is ridiculous. Because pretty much nobody asks for any harsh criticism or bad luck that come their way. Nobody wants to hear that shit. But you're gonna have to cycle that and realize that they're not attacking you. They're giving you constructive criticism to help you out. And you know the difference between the people who's with you and for you and the people that's really not. Nobody likes that. But it's unfortunate that sometimes bad situations come up that people have no control over. The way that somebody reacts opposed to responding to any given situation, it does matter. And if people choose to react negatively and play the victim, they're never going to learn from their experiences because they're always going to play the victim. And it's everybody else's fault. And then you put all of that stress on you. They put all that stress on you and cause that loving relationship to be severed, to have it crumbled. And people will end up being more lonely than when they started, because loneliness increases the chance of premature death. I'm keeping it a buck due to heart attack, high blood pressure, cholesterol. It's important for socialization and connection, but you have to do it in a healthy way. You can't allow people to victimize you, because on the surface, it might feel like that person is asking question, is simply standing up for themselves. But questioning your actions or your intentions and pick it on you are completely different things. Asking something like, hey, why did you do this? Doesn't warrant any type of negative defensiveness. And people who are highly manipulative love to play the victim and don't understand that. Instead, what they'll do is they'll keep on confronting to avoid addressing the real elephant in the room. And that's their nasty ass behavior. You feel me? People act like a victim whenever you're upset, because they try to do something to you and they say to you, I'm just trying to help. It's understandable if it's your family or your friends that get into situations on your behalf, wanting the best for you. And they believe that by interfering, they're doing you a favor. And that kind of favor can quickly turn south if you don't agree or you're not aware of what the other party had planned. And that leads to feelings of betrayal if they ain't careful about what they do or what they say. You see the difference between a manipulator versus somebody who has the best intentions for you. They have to take accountability afterwards. They have to own up for their mistake and sincerely apologize if this shows up, that they didn't mean to cause any harm. And if they sit up there and they give you some type of defensive line, then you might want to distance yourself from them. Because that person doesn't really probably care anyway about your feelings. And is only saying that to make themselves look like they the damn victim. And there's nothing more infuriating than someone saying, why can't you see my side? What? What? Yo, oh my God. It's frustrating. Spending all this time seeing things from their side. They use that line as a last-ditch effort to win an argument. Instead of listening and improving as a person, they rather play the victim and argue. That shit is crazy. And it also erases any form of healthy discussion from the conversation, as the other person is forced to listen while you're forced to listen without so much as getting a word in. People like that set the groundwork before entering into a possible heated discussion with you. And it's likely going to end in disaster. Yo, respect is important to any type of conversation, whether it's your boss or your family member or a friend. It's important to value and be considerate to those people that are around you. But manipulative people confuse being upfront with being disrespectful. And it ain't the same. If they sit calmly down and respectfully express how they feeling, that is the same as being disrespectful. You see, many people don't care to hear the other side of the story and gonna tally things up. And then all of a sudden, out of left field, here comes the disrespect in order to avoid any uncomfortable feelings instead of that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being highly problematic. And it is. Because all you're going to do is suppress your emotions. And then all of a sudden you pop off. And now cue the drama because here comes the aggression. Yo, everybody should do their best to be open and upfront. And how do others choose to react to that? Let that be on them. You know what I'm saying? Let that be on them. The hell? Excuse me, what the hell? Playing that victim shit is being selfish, yo. In this life, one thing for certain is that we all going to experience some type of pain. And the depth of that pain varies from each person to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. At some point, Somebody's going to fall victim to some degree of sorrow that's beyond your control. It's important to understand that the space called victim, like anger, is not one that is meant to last a lifetime. The longer one stays in that space, the more damage they incur. And the more damage that they incur, the greater chance one risk of hurting other people. Acknowledge whether they act on it or not. Or if you're harboring any hatred or anger, that's dangerous. You see, forgiveness is understood and it's necessary more so for you that has been hurt. And with that being said, it seems difficult for you to apply the same principle to victimization, because being a victim is more than just the experience that one has to endure. It's a mentality that comes out from selfishness if you ain't careful. I'm putting you up on game today. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? It should be established that there's a difference between being a victim and playing a victim. Because if a person is a victim, they have been harmed or injured. But playing the victim is a perpetual state of an illusion that could be stemmed from being a victim, where a person refuses to take responsibility for their life and manipulates other people through guilt and justifies hurting or abusing other people. They seek an attention in a negative way. Excuses, oh my God, is given as a why a person deals in playing the victim. And it goes back to their own pain. A part of taking part of your own life as an adult is having an active part in you healing your processes regardless of what caused them. But when they shun accountability, or even if you shun accountability, it leads to people not taking responsibility for the areas in their life. And it's not, and it doesn't even have to be associated to the pain. Everything becomes one huge chaotic mess. And then people expect other people to come in their life to fix it. You have got to be kidding me. Part of playing the victim is assuming that other people must give you what they worked hard for. When one looks at the life of the family and the friends, it's easy to believe that they were given what they have because life favors them but shuns you. Fuck out of here. Living in a victim mentality causes you to give up the ideal of reciprocity. My key word for 2025. So others need to hear you, understand you, call you, contribute to your life, what you won't work for. And they need to do so with no expectation of you. The argument that life is hard with a whole layer of pain, more pain than you. Their life is harder than yours, regardless of whatever you've been through. And playing the victim is selfish. And it deprives them of feeling the gratification that comes from having earned what they have. Don't get it twisted. We all need help along our life journey. No one gets to a successful place by themselves. However, receiving help and making wise decisions with that help is different from the entitled mentality that is born of playing the victim. There is different degrees of pain and suffering, but you should never assume that others have experienced nothing less. And some of the people that we disregard due to playing the victim have also had hard lives. But use that as a motivation to become something greater than their circumstance. We don't want to alienate people that love us and care because we have been manipulated with that damn victim card. Victims that are such people because they've been hurt. Hurt people hurt people. So it's time to confront the victim card because it doesn't aid anything possible or nor does it heal any pain. You see, the card weakens a person. It weakens people. It weakens a community and a movement. Child, it is time to regain the control over your own life. And it's time for them to regain control over their life. And if they start acknowledging the pain and the suffering without allowing it to control them and try to push that shit onto us to corrupt us. You feel me? I'm done. I hope you got the message. That victim mentality ain't cute. Catch your life. Catch your life. All right. I'm done. That's it. Y'all have a good one. I will see you all very, very soon. Be well. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. And just for a little sidebar, we're on our way to the road to 1,000. We are. We are. Isn't that great? Our family is growing. Please like, share, and subscribe. And get those watch hours up. All right? All right, we're glowing. We are definitely glowing and growing, baby. I'll see y'all soon. Be well.
I feel like everybody going viral right now for some dumb shit, so I want to go viral for some shit with substance, feel me? Queens. Petty. La, 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 la. Kylie
Jenner made it up off the Forbes list. Said her pocket's big and her style is gorgeous. I'm off this, cause how the fuck a white chick get fame off the same motherfucking trends black girls made? I'm just cynical, pessimistic. I guess she gifted, right? I guess she started it and all of us just missed it, right? The same way we missed the mark for feminism and rights. We was busy with our men fighting for our life. Hate the dick riding, fast fashion, fake passion, acting like you care about a black man shot. Fuck your Elvis Presley garbage, nigga. Black girls rockin', white girls want all the shit that black girls got, then black girls start all the shit that white girls rock. It's a never ending cycle. We just circle the block like a shorty getting dome, but she on the phone scrolling cause this shit ain't doing nothing. I'm just over the top. Yeah, I'm nasty, had me spitting where the rowdy bitches unapologetic, fuck classy. They be like, petty her rhymes tight, ain't no thing about it. With all that cursing that she doing, she could do without it. She got a message and I'm vibing with the shit, but I'm missing all the gems. It ain't for you, bitch. All the real niggas get it. You slacking on the lesson if I tell you eat a dick. That's the way that I express and I just sit pretty like a real G should. Had baby from the block where the real G stood. It's the microphone check 1 2 1 2. I be eating on the mic and you hoes all food. I mean you hoes all cool, but what's a fan to a AC? I'm so hard, if I was me I couldn't take me. I'm all about the static, wreaking all the havoc. If you want it you can have it. Drop a beat and I'll attack it. I want all the smoke and I doubt that you can match it. Just that hip hop, homie. All you niggas slacking in a crop top and a bucket hat. Man, I'm from the city of the gritty. Let me show you where my butt is at. I stomp bitches like Shiggy, out rap niggas like Biggie, rap queens like Nicki. Too many bum niggas, not enough rappers. I could body all you bitches. How your shorty hit me up after? I ain't going nowhere, bitch. I'm here to stay. This ain't that Venus or Serena. I ain't here to play. I make hip hop, not TikTok hits. Y'all niggas be fake gang banging TikTok crips. Anything for the clout, that's that TikTok shit. You make TikTok noise, I'm on some TikTok shit. I'm about to fuck the whole city up. And if they hating, you can tell them motherfuckers that they bars and they witty up. Not the one to play with, and I say it again. Whole city gon' know who I am. Petty.